Okay, this is a do-over on example number 7 because I don't know what I was thinking, but my calculator on my phone was not in radian mode, so I was getting the wrong values, so when I plotted those points it was all incorrect. Okay, so I redid it. I just used desmos.com, and I know that you're thinking, well, it's not a graph, I just need to put that equation in and find out what it is. So if you just type that in on the bar that it looks like you're going to put an equation in, then it will tell you the answer right there. Okay, and the nice thing about it is you don't have to switch to from degree to radian mode or anything. It just knows to give you the correct value. Okay, so I have gone in and I refilled in the table with the correct values. So now let's replot these points. So at 0, no rotation, I'm out 2 rings. And I'm going to do this one in red, and I will tell you why in a minute. And then at pi 12ths, we're at 2.5 rings. At pi 6ths, we're at 3 rings. At pi 4ths, we're at 3.4 rings. At pi thirds, we're at 3.7 rings. At 5 pi 12ths, we're at 3.9 rings. At pi halves, we're at 4 rings. And then at 7 pi 12ths, we are at 3.9 rings. At 2 pi thirds, we're at 3.7 rings. At 3 pi fourths, we're at 3.4 rings. At 5 pi 6, we're at 3 rings. At 11 pi 12ths, we're at 2.5 rings. And at pi, we are at 2 rings. Then at 13 pi 12ths, we're at 1.5 rings. At 7 pi 6, we're at 1 ring. Let me see if I can make this bigger. There we go. Okay. So at 5 pi fourths, we're at 0.6 rings. At 4 pi thirds, we're at 0.3. At 17 pi 12ths, we're at 0.1. At 3 pi halves, we're at the pole at 0. At 19 pi 12ths, we're at 0.1. At 5 pi thirds, we're at 0.3. At 7 pi fourths, we're at 0.6. And at 11 pi 6, we're at 1 ring. Okay, so now let's connect those points. And, oh, isn't that cute? It makes a heart, an upside down heart. And we call that a cardioid because it's heart-shaped. Now, if you look at the bottom of this note sheet, here's some common graphs that you can make with polar equations. So they're pretty cool. So you can make cardioids. You can see that right in the center. They call these roses, even though they look like daisies, and I'll bet you remember that we did these last year. These are called, I can't remember what they're called right now. There is a specific name for it, but they look like the infinity sign or the number 8. So anyway, those are some common graphs. All right, have fun with that.